Aloha, Yang Gang, Big Island. Today's update is going to be super quick. Gotta get to work. All right, today is January 15th, 2020. The goal, the purpose of this channel is to get you informed about Andrew Yang and the policies. I've met so many people that just aren't aware of what's going on with the DNC, the media blackout. And I think after February in Iowa, a lot of people are going to be needing a resource on the Big Island. That's why we're here, purpose of here. The big purpose is to get people registered before the April primaries. Also to volunteer our time for Pledge Humanity drives, do phone banking, which is extremely important, and to donate to the campaign, whether through merch and just wearing it and answering questions or directing people to yang2020.com. All right, today's Yang Daily 10. Because Andrew did not make the debate the other day because of the DNC's interaction, long story short, go to your favorite Andrew Yang clip and upload it to any platform. Put it on out there on the web. Remember to go to yang2020.com to donate, check out merchandise, see events near you, and to volunteer. As we said, text banking is extremely important. That's the most important thing you could do. If you've got 10, 15, 20 minutes, send off 100 texts throughout the day, filter them. There's resources to do that. Join Hustle and Slack. It's awesome. Yang Gang's on there. You'll learn so much too. Purpose for Yang Gang Big Island, this is Cliff Notes. It condenses almost all of yesterday's and last night's and this morning's news into one little tight Cliff Notes for you. So you can spend 5 to 10 minutes doing this. If I talk too fast, you can slow me down up top, or if I talk too slow, you can speed me up. Still don't talk as fast as Kai. All right. Please subscribe and share if you like this channel. You can donate if you want. It goes to getting swag and flyers so we can hand them out to people at events that we do, canvassing, talking about Yang. If you can host a meeting or host a Yang Gang hang and you're in Hilo, Hawaii, Kona, Waimea, something like that, can accommodate 5 to 10 people, have internet and possibly a restroom and a place just to hang out of the rain and sun, that'd be awesome. You could contact us at yanggangbigisland@gmail.com. Also, you could leave any information that would lead us to getting a hold of you in the comments here. All right, the Yang Gang, there are 370 days till the inauguration of President Yang. He and his wife are looking more presidential each and every day. It's really awesome. If you haven't seen that, Google it right now. They look like champs. They're doing a lot of stuff in Iowa, New Hampshire, opening up offices, getting people involved, informing them. A lot of people are Yang curious now. I think the last poll that they did, there was 11,000 people and 75% of them said they did not vote in 2016. Now they're interested in Yang. That's a huge number, and if that's representative of just a small group of people in, I believe it was New Hampshire, then that might be accumulatively huge in the mass numbers and what we're expecting for what we consider the wave in February for Iowa's caucuses, Iowa's primaries. All right, moving on. Twitter was talking about Uni-vision. They are covering Andrew Yang, which means the Hispanic votes do matter, and they are aware of Yang. It is growing every day. He wasn't even at the debate last night, and that was the #1 feed that they had on for Uni-vision. MSNBC had Andrew on again, but it was very hard watching it again. Journalism, I believe, is dead. MSNBC doesn't get it. I believe they need to Google how to interview somebody. Andrew is going to be going to Colbert. Norm Macdonald commented on the debate. I did not watch the debate. I chose not to participate. I'll catch it up in all these videos here, but all the descriptions will be down below. Moving on, Reddit, the God tweet. So funny. Picture of a white God. Said something about God ignored China for 5,000 years or something. First off, Andrew's Taiwanese. Anywho, at least it's recognition. Any recognition is good recognition, I guess. Moving on. Counterproductive for the Dems to argue amongst themselves. If you did watch the debate last night, it was fitting of what's happening. Andrew called this. He said that they will fight amongst themselves as wolves and rip themselves apart. And when they are recovering, he will slowly take the gain and lead. The momentum's there. The wave is coming, baby. Yeah. All right, moving on to videos. Linsight today. Does Jeff Bezos have a super Yang Gang UBI idea? What's going on with this? I understand that Jeff Bezos spends his money on a lot of stuff, but Jeff has been known for talking about how the reality is. He would like a Star Trek reality. We've been talking amongst ourselves here in circles like, would you rather live in a Star Trek reality or Star Wars? Star Wars feels like the bipartisanship, the good, the evil, yin yang, fighting against each other. And Star Trek seems as if it's like all together, common initiative. It just seems like I would rather go with the Star Trek road. They talk about that. Very interesting videos down below. Problem Solver Politics. The boys Cardin and Cody talk about how now Dave Chapelle has been passive about supporting him. Dave's going to be putting on a comedy concert and apparently promoting Yang, which is awesome. Which is true too, because Andrew Yang said that, unfiltered, that Chapelle was his favorite and is his favorite comedian, which is great. Ronnie Chang had an issue with that. I think it was funny the other day. Anywho, we put Ronnie Chang's description down here in the video. He asked a bunch of nonsensical questions, which was lighthearted and fun on debate night. Moving on. The second thing that they did on Humanity First, I'm going to talk about right meow, because I think it was interesting. Sean chats about the Pete Buttigieg stealing the thunder from Yang. And if you haven't seen this, he's taking the thunder from Zeus on the mountain and taking the lightning bolts. He wasn't at the debate last night, and the talking points that the Democrats brought up while they weren't arguing were the talking points that Andrew Yang said, either other candidates are going to be sounding like me or I will become president. Either way, we need to go forward. It's very, very, very prophetic, if you will. Mindful Skeptics, Boyce, Chef Boyce RD. He was throwing it down last night, talking to the guys. I put all in the cliff notes of everything. I don't really have time to go through this, but if you look down there, they talk about all sorts of stuff. Who's who in this, talking about Trump defeats nothing. This is what it looks like when Democrats and Republicans have an honest conversation. These two are friends. They live in the same area. They talk to each other all the time, I assumed from that video. So watch that, check it out. It talks about everything from elitism, corruption, imperialism, borrowing money, self-driving cars, waste, how we waste. And then at 15 makes a comment about a conservative Republican who changed over and now is one of the top Yang gangs. At 15, who is he talking about? Put it in the comments. I'd love to know. Go check it out. Moving on. Alacrity Thief. Basically, the lowdowns in the description again talks about being disappointed. Food at the inauguration. They're covering Ronnie Chang here, and it's funny because he talks about Asian issues, but he just talks about like Panda Express and all sorts of crazy nonsense. It's very lighthearted, but it does show that Andrew could field any question from any source. Moving on, Kai walks and watch the entire videos. They donate a little bit of money, and then Yang Gang Big Island Hawaii came in at the end, and we're talking to them. We personally donated, I think, like 40-something bucks to the campaign through them. So if you find something that you're watching, like we don't do it, but other channels will have like fund drives where they get acknowledgement for it, and then maybe they win something like being able to interview Evelyn or being able to, be, I don't know, just it's a privilege for the higher ranking channels like Paget Kagi, Kai Watson, Boyce, Fred the Pill, and stuff like that. Moving on. Humanity for Yang, another one. They have the I have the talking points here. Who came out first? Her opening statement is very interesting. Exactly what Andrew was saying on the debate stage in the several ones. People are so disengaged that they don't even understand what's going on. So how can we be concerned with climate change? How can we be concerned with, equality rights when people are just scrapping by? We're talking about the lower to middle class. We're not talking about the upper class that's being associated with other Democrat, more liberal, more leftist. Andrew's policies are very much consistent towards the future and the problems we're facing today. Goes through there. Moving on. The Hill, Bloomberg Steyer. What a waste of time and waste of money. Watch the video. Watch how billionaires spend their cash and how they strip them apart. Anywho, that's the end of the video. If you would like to host a Yang Gang phone banking hangout, or host one of our annual get-togethers, wherever you are on the island, if you have an idea for an event, do it. Go to yang2020.com, use the Mobilize app, and put that out there. People will join. What we're trying to do is expose people to policies in Andrew Yang. And the best way to do that is just have an awesome conversation with somebody. Ask them what they have issues with, what is concerning them, and then find something that relates to that through Andrew Yang's policies, because he's had enough time out there on the internet where everything out there that you can Google, it will come up, and it was out of the horse's mouth. It's what Andrew is saying. Anywho, I really appreciate all the comments and suggestions on what to do and things that you think could help the channel. If you'd like to donate to us, we're on Patreon down there. Please go to the campaign and donate, yang2020.com. Go there to find events near you. And if you're on the Big Island, please subscribe and share. Aloha, Big Island.